Imagine stepping into a version of your life where every sense is amplified, a world where every color is infused with more life. Every note of music resonates with deeper emotion, every meal is an exquisite dance of flavors. Now, envision tapping into an inner sense, an intuitive guiding force that connects you to the pulse of everything around you. While this might sound like a flight of fancy, it's actually a realm that's within your grasp. Across history, mystics and modern-day scientists have brushed against this reality. Today, we're not just going to explore the idea, we're going to dive into the practices, like deep meditation, that could unlock these experiences. Are these heightened senses a mere figment of imagination, or accessible states of consciousness? Join me as we unravel this mystery and discover how you can touch this extraordinary existence. Welcome to the journey into the depth of senses and the realm of the mystical. The mystical realm has been sought after throughout history, often seen as the final frontier of human understanding. This realm, shrouded in mystery and intrigue, has been the subject of countless tales and theories. It's a world that exists beyond our everyday experiences and perceptions, yet is deeply intertwined with our very existence. Throughout the ages, philosophers, mystics, and seekers have ventured into this realm, attempting to understand its enigmatic nature and harness its profound wisdom. In our modern era, this fascination with the mystical has taken a new form. With advancements in science and technology, we have begun to explore the mystical through non-conventional means. We're not just talking about crystal balls and tarot cards here, but rather the exploration of our own consciousness and the untapped potential within. This exploration often leads us to the domain of the senses, that which connects us to the world around us. What if we could enhance or even expand these senses in ways that allow us to perceive and interact with the world differently? What would that mean for our understanding of reality and our place within it? Next, we explore the profound and mysterious occurrences known as near-death experiences. Near-death experiences, or NDEs, have intrigued scientists and spiritual seekers alike. These profound moments, typically occurring when an individual is on the brink of death, are often characterized by an array of sensory and cognitive phenomena that defy conventional explanation. Imagine this. You're suddenly floating outside your body, observing from a detached perspective. You're drawn towards a brilliantly radiant light, feeling an overwhelming sense of peace. You may even encounter deceased loved ones or spiritual entities. This is a common narrative of those who've experienced NDEs, but there's more. Many who've had these experiences report an enhancement of their senses, most notably, their sixth sense. Their intuition becomes stronger, their awareness heightened. This is not a fleeting change, but a lasting transformation, a new way of perceiving the world around them. Take, for instance, the case of a woman who, during her NDE, floated above her body. After her recovery, she reported an increased ability to sense the emotions of others, a heightened intuition that she had never experienced before. Or consider the story of a man who, after being declared clinically dead, traveled through a tunnel towards a bright light. Upon his return to life, he found his senses supercharged, his intuition stronger than ever before. These are not isolated incidents. Research shows that many who have had NDEs report similar enhancements to their senses, particularly their intuitive abilities. They describe a newfound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things, a deep sense of empathy, and a heightened awareness that transcends the physical world. Interestingly, these experiences have a surprising similarity to deep meditation experiences. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research on meditation and brainwave patterns provides fascinating insights. This journey into the mind's potential introduces us to the idea that we can alter our reality by changing the frequency of our brainwaves. Meditation, as Dr. Dispenza explains, allows us to bypass the analytical mind and access the subconscious, the autonomic nervous system. By slowing down our brainwaves from the busy everyday beta state to the calmer alpha and even deeper theta states, we gain the ability to tap into a space that's often elusive. This space, this state of being, is where we can influence physiological functions and reprogram our health, our experiences, and our lives. Imagine the power of that. The ability to create reality with more energy and less matter. And here is where the intriguing connection between near-death experiences and meditation comes into play. You see, those who have undergone NDEs often describe a sense of heightened intuition, a sharpening of the senses, and a deep connection to something beyond the physical realm. Interestingly, these are also experiences reported by those who delve into deep meditative states. It's as if both pathways, one prompted by a brush with death and the other by intentional practice, lead us to the same destination, an elevated state of consciousness, a place where we become more than our physical selves. But what does this look like in real life? Let's hear from those who've experienced it. Many individuals have reported profound changes following deep meditation or NDEs. Let's hear from some of them. Sedavia de Repentigny, a near-death experiencer, shared an intriguing account. She described floating above her body, witnessing the medical staff's obliviousness to her halted breath. During her second near-death encounter, she saw her spirit standing outside her body, torn between staying on Earth and passing into the light. Then we have Bryce Bond. His experience took him through a tunnel towards a bright light. There, he reunited with his deceased dog and relatives and was asked about his life's learnings and whom he had helped. These accounts, as surreal as they sound, were described by the experiencers as more real than reality itself. This realness is not exclusive to near-death experiences. Deep meditators also report entering a state of consciousness where they perceive a vivid inner world. One such individual is someone we've referenced before, Dr. Joe Dispenza. His profound journey into deep meditation didn't just come about by chance, it was born from necessity. In the mid-80s, Dr. Joe survived a harrowing accident that left him with a devastating spinal injury. Faced with the prospect of high-risk surgeries that threatened to tether him to a lifetime of limitations, he made a pivotal decision. Instead of laying on the operating table, he laid the foundations for self-healing, channeling the formidable power of his mind through meditation. This experience didn't just mend his body, it propelled him to enlighten others about the mind's potential to affect physical healing. These testimonials and case studies underline the transformative potential of deep meditation and its ability to reveal a reality beyond our conventional senses. As our exploration of these mystical encounters deepens, we're finding that science is starting to bridge the gap with the mystical realm. Science and mysticism often seem like two separate worlds, but they intersect in fascinating ways. The realm of the mystical is often associated with heightened senses, profound insight, and transformative experiences. These experiences, once viewed as purely spiritual, are now being examined through the lens of science, revealing intriguing connections. Research has shown that certain brainwave patterns, like those seen in deep meditation, can lead to experiences similar to those reported by individuals who've had near-death experiences. These states of consciousness, often described as transcendent or mystical, can result in long-lasting changes in perception and consciousness. Now, let's dive a bit deeper. A study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences explored this intersection of science and mysticism. Volunteers given a dose of LSD reported transcendent experiences and showed reduced communication between certain brain regions associated with the sense of self. Interestingly, these experiences mirror those reported by meditators and those who've had NDEs. But what does this mean for us? Well, it suggests that we can potentially tap into these higher states of consciousness without the use of exogenous substances. Through practices like meditation, we can cultivate these states, leading to a heightened sense of intuition and a deeper connection to the world around us. In essence, the mystical isn't as far removed from our everyday reality as we might think. Instead, it appears to be a deeper layer of existence that we can access, a realm where science meets the spiritual, and where our perception of reality can be profoundly transformed. Now you might be wondering, how can I start this journey? Starting a meditation practice can seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Begin by setting aside 5 to 10 minutes each day in a quiet, comfortable space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and focus on your breath, noticing the rise and fall of your chest. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to your breath. Over time, you can increase the duration of your meditations and begin incorporating techniques such as body scans and visualization. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to meditate. It's a personal journey of exploration and discovery. Have you ever experienced a surge in your intuition? Or perhaps felt a mysterious connection that you couldn't explain? Ever felt a connection with the mystical? You're in good company. Many of us have encountered moments that defy our usual senses, like an instinctive gut feeling, a moment of déjà vu, or a vivid dream that felt all too real. Whether it's a personal story, a thoughtful reflection, or even your doubts, we welcome you to join the conversation and share your journey with us. Remember, every perspective adds to our collective understanding. Let's continue this conversation and explore the potentials of our minds. We've explored the mystical NDEs, meditation, and the science behind enhanced senses. We've delved into the intriguing world of near-death experiences and the profound impact they can have on our senses, particularly intuition. We've looked at how meditation through the alteration of brainwave patterns can lead to experiences strikingly similar to NDEs. We've heard from individuals who've lived these experiences and felt the realness of the inner world discovered through deep meditation. Science and mysticism have come together to show us the possibilities of enhanced senses and altered states of consciousness. We've even given you a starting point on your journey to potentially achieving these states through meditation. Embark on this transformative journey with us to a life of deeper purpose. Hit that subscribe button and let's dive in together. Thank you for tuning in. Until we meet again, keep the curiosity alive.